Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm a control firefighter for Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Rescue Service. If you ever need to call 999 in an emergency and you need help from the firefighters, either I or one of my colleagues will answer the phone. We will ask you some questions, including the address where help is needed and what the matter is. It is really important that you listen carefully and do as we ask and talk calmly and clearly to us. Whilst we're on the phone, we'll be sorting out help to come. In Dad's dinner, we heard how there was a fire at Tim and Lily's house, but the firefighters came and put it out and everyone was safe. But Lily has been worrying and she has some questions. But what if? Lily and Tim had a fire in their home. It was only a little one in the kitchen. The smoke alarm had smelled the smoke and beeped loudly to warn them. Lily, Tim and Dad all got out of the house safely, stayed out even when Mum came home with baby Cora and wanted to go in, and then with the help of the neighbour, Dad had called 999.
Emergency, which service?
The firefighters had arrived quickly and put the fire out. But Lily had been feeling a little bit worried about the fire. She kept wondering what could have gone wrong and was finding it hard to sleep at night. Lily and Tim had made cards and bought some chocolates to say thank you to the firefighters who had come to help them. Mum phoned the local fire station to ask if they could come and drop them off, and whilst on the phone explained that Lily was feeling a bit worried. Firefighter Millie invited the family round to the fire station on Saturday morning and said she would talk to Lily and try to reassure her. On Saturday morning, the whole family set off together. On the way, they met Grandma and Grandad, who were joining them on the visit to the fire station. They enjoyed the walk, carefully crossing the roads by looking both ways and waiting until Mum and Dad said it was safe to cross. When they got to the fire station, they gave the firefighters their cards and their chocolate. The firefighters were very pleased and said they would save the chocolates for a treat. Grandad had his eyes on the chocolates. They were his favourites. The firefighters asked the children if they would like to look around the fire station. The children and Grandad were very excited and all chorused, "Yes, please." "Do you remember when we came to your home?" Firefighter Millie asked Lily. "Yes," Lily replied, "and you put out the fire in the kitchen." "How did you know there was a fire?" asked Firefighter Zach. "The smoke alarm. It was beeping really loudly." Tim jumped in with the answer. "It was really noisy and scary," Lily added. "It has to be noisy to make sure you hear it," explained Firefighter Zach. He went on to explain that the smoke alarm had done just what it was supposed to do. It had smelt a whiff of smoke and then beeped loudly to warn them that there could be a fire. "Do you test your smoke alarm?" asked Firefighter Zach. "Yes," Tim replied eagerly. "Every Tuesday we have a little rhyme. Beep, 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 test once a week." "That's brilliant!" Firefighter Zach praised Tim as Tim told him they had a smoke alarm in the hall and one upstairs. "What did you do when the smoke alarm started beeping?" Firefighter Zach asked the children. "We went downstairs and out of the front door to Daddy," Lily told him. "Then we went and waited under the tree. Daddy called 999 and then you came. How did you get to us so quickly?" "Come with me," said Firefighter Charlie, and he took everyone through to another room. Through the window, the children could see rows of firefighter jackets and helmets, all hung up on coat hooks. On the floor underneath them were lines of boots with trousers on top of them. They could also see Grandad had tried to put on a firefighter's helmet. He had accidentally put it on back to front so he couldn't see, and he was bumping into things. "If you call 999 and ask for the fire service, you will speak to one of our control firefighters," he explained. "The lady your dad spoke to was called Sarah. She asked your dad the address of the fire and other questions to find out what the problem was. At the same time she was talking to your dad, she was sending the information to the fire station. When this happens, our bells start ringing loudly and then we all come in here to put on our fire kit. The information of where to go and what the problem is prints out here. Firefighter Millie gets the information as we're all getting in the fire engine and off we go. So we were on our way before your dad had even finished speaking to Sarah in control." "Wow," said Tim, "that is fast. Who is the driver?" "I am the driver," Firefighter Charlie pointed at himself. "When I'm driving to an emergency, I have the lights and sirens on so I can warn people I am coming. I still have to drive carefully, but if you are walking or on your bike or scooter, you need to be careful if you hear sirens. Don't cross the road, even if you're at a zebra crossing or traffic lights. not even if the crossing man is green. Just wait carefully away from the side of the road for the emergency vehicles to pass. OK, we will remember that, said Tim, as everyone in the family nodded in agreement. It is very important to remember that people should only call 999 if there's a real emergency and they really need help, Firefighter Charlie explained. Sometimes people call for fun or for a joke. We call these hoax calls. It is very hard for the control firefighters like Sarah to know if they really need help or not. If we are sent to a pretend or a hoax call, that means we are not able to help people who may really need help. That's terrible, said Tim. We promise never to do that. But what will happen to the people who need help? Asked Lily in a worried voice. Firefighters will come, but they will have to come from further away, which will take a little while longer. That is why you must always get out, stay out, and call 999, Firefighter Charlie explained. But what if we can't get out? Lily looked worried again. Well, the first thing is to be prepared, Firefighter Millie said. You have smoke alarms that work, which warn you that you need to get out. Then you need to make sure you know the way out of each room. This is called your escape plan. You need to make sure the ways out are clear of things that you could trip over. It is especially important to keep the stairs clear of things that you could trip over. Mum is always putting washing on the stairs, Tim said, looking at his mum. Well, maybe you could help your mum by taking it upstairs and putting it away, Firefighter Millie suggested. You also need to have the keys near the doors so everyone can find them and easily get out, Firefighter Millie continued. Oh, ours are on a hook by the door, Lily said. That's perfect, answered Firefighter Millie, smiling at her. What are these? Are you going diving? Asked Tim, suddenly pointing to what looked like air tanks that divers use. These are our breathing apparatus sets, answered Zach as he picked one up. They are full of air and we wear these special masks to breathe the air in. It's so we don't breathe the smoke, which is bad for you. What if the house is full of smoke when we try to get out? We don't have these, Tim asked, looking puzzled. If you need to get out past the smoke, you need to get down low, Firefighter Zach answered. Smoke rises up, so the fresh air to breathe is down below. So you need to get low and go. Crawl as quickly as you can to the other side. But what if I'm in my bedroom and I hear the smoke alarm beep and I don't know where the fire is? Lily asked. Firefighter Millie held up her hand. If the door is closed, she explained, you need to touch the door with the back of your hand. If the door feels warm, do not open it. If it doesn't feel warm, you can carefully open it. Let's practice on this door. Everyone took turns to put the back of their hand on the door, even baby Cora. Grandad accidentally caught his tie in the door when it was his turn. So if the door feels hot, I can't open it. But I will be trapped in my room, Lily said, looking worried. If you can't get through the door and there's no other way out, you can make a rescue room, Firefighter Millie explained. This is a room where you make yourself safe and we will come and rescue you from. If you have a phone, Sarah or one of the other control firefighters will tell you what to do. They will stay talking to you until we come and rescue you. To make a rescue room, you need to stop the smoke getting in. To do this, put duvets, cushions, clothes, anything you can find along the bottom of the door. This will help stop the smoke getting in and keep you safer. Then you need to go over to the window and, if possible, open it and shout, "Fire! Help!" When we arrive, we will see you and we will be able to come and rescue you. Come through here. Firefighter Millie opened the door and they all entered a really big garage with a bright red fire engine in. Wow, they all said at once. Firefighter Millie pointed to the tall ladders on the top of the fire engine. These ladders go really high, and if we needed, we have a very special fire engine with a really tall ladder on. This is called the Aerial Ladder Platform, or the ALP, and it goes really high. Firefighter Millie showed the children the photo on the wall. So, Firefighter Millie smiled at Lily. You have a smoke alarm and an escape plan, which worked fine, and we came and put the fire in your home out, and everyone was okay. Well, apart from Dad's dinner, which was very burnt, Tim said cheekily. Yes, but now I know to be very careful in the kitchen, Dad answered, looking sad. I was so looking forward to that jam roly-poly. Firefighter Millie smiled at him. I'm sure you will be very careful now, she said. And now you know how we know how to get to you and what to do if you can't get out. Do you feel safer? Yes, replied Lily, I do. Well, would you like to sit in the fire engine and see what it's like to be a firefighter? Firefighter Charlie asked. Oh, yes, please, they all answered at once, and the 3 firefighters helped them into the cab. When they all had a good look around the fire engine, the firefighters let them all take turns squirting water from the hoses. When it was Grandad's turn, he couldn't get his hose to work properly. He was looking into the nozzle to see what the problem was, when it suddenly squirted him in the face with loads of water. Oh dear, said Grandad, dripping with water. I think I need a cup of tea. And perhaps one of those chocolates. The whole family had enjoyed their visit to the fire station. That night Lily wasn't worried anymore. She went off to sleep quickly and dreamed of her lovely day out. We hope you've enjoyed this story and it helps you feel safe knowing what to do. If you haven't read or heard Dad's Dinner, or you'd like to find out more about the adventures of Tim and Lily, please visit www.dwfire.org.uk/education, where you'll also find lots of fun activities. Don't forget, have working smoke alarms, and if there's a fire, get out, stay out, and call 999.